I will tell you a little bit about me. I come from kind of an interesting background. My dad is from India. My mom is a tiny white lady from Wisconsin, which apparently results in a Mexican man. My wife is white, but she means well. I like her a lot. Her name is Allie, but she spells it A-L-I, so on paper it looks like I'm in a same-sex relationship with a Muslim man. And, she and I have very different schedules because I do this and she makes money, and I don't see her that much. I don't see her that much during the week, and as a result, we usually have sex like once a week on the weekends. So we were talking about that recently. I was like, we're a young married couple. I feel like we should be having sex more. She's like, honestly, I'm in the mood all the time. You're just not around that much during the week. If anything, one of these nights you come home late from doing your shows, you should just come in really quietly and come into the bedroom and pull the covers down and start undressing me and start fooling around. That's actually like a real turn on for me. It's like, first of all, let me just say, you were an amazing woman. And thank you so much for even suggesting that. I love you so much. Let me just tell you that what would turn me on would be for you to write all of that down. Get it notarized. I'm still not going to do that. I did have a sex dream about my wife recently. I told her about it because I thought she'd be excited. And she was like, no, you didn't. I was like, yes, I did. She's like, how do I know it wasn't about somebody else? Because I also have those dreams and I don't tell you about them. That's how you know. We've been trying to keep things interesting. We've been doing some role play recently, which is a good time. The issue that I have is I don't know when we're talking in the role play or when we're just talking, and I keep getting in trouble. So we were doing one recently. It was kind of a cliche. I was the pizza delivery guy, and she was expecting pizza. We also just wanted pizza as a matter of convenience. But in this role play, at one point she goes, isn't your wife going to be upset if she finds out? I was like, I don't know how to answer. Like, do I say yes? Because you would be pissed. Or am I playing a character of a guy who doesn't care about his wife? This is very confusing. Also, why are we incorporating guilt into our fantasy? That's my big issue here. I can't be a single pizza delivery guy. Why would you assume that a guy who delivers pizza for a living was able to lock down a wife in the first place? That seems highly improbable. Tell you what, can we maybe try a role play where we don't tear apart an imaginary family? That could be fun. But I do love Allie very much. And she's extremely smart, which is one of the things I love most about her. But I think even the smartest people have weird knowledge gaps sometimes because 99% of the time, she is the smartest person I know. And then the other 1%, she says the dumbest things I've ever heard a human being say. It's like once a year. It's very exciting when this happens. The most recent one, I'm a huge baseball fan. I was watching a game last summer, and at one point, completely out of nowhere, she goes, isn't it crazy that only 11% of people become professional athletes? Hold on. 11% of all people become professional athletes. I believe there's approximately 7 billion people in the world. So just doing some quick math, if I may, you are suggesting that over 700 million people are professional athletes. Now, this is where a reasonable person would admit they heard the wrong statistic and move on. What my wife said was, there are a lot of sports. Utterly insane. This has created a situation where I can make fun of her everywhere we go for the rest of our lives. Like if she was here right now, I'd be like, can you believe that 8 people at this show are professional athletes? That is so cool. We got to get their autographs. That's amazing. My favorite part is it's exponentially funnier the bigger the crowd is. Like we were at Yankee Stadium towards the end of the summer, and at one point I just couldn't help myself. I looked over at her and I was like, Allie, how inspiring is it to think that 5,000 of the people in the stands could be on that field right now? That is so neat. We are the 89%. It's kind of like when you first go to college, they tell you how many people are going to drop out. It's like, look at the person on your left, look at the person on your right. One of you is in the NBA.